but there's still room for improvement.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does the law say about how an emergency ought to be handled? And this is not on the street when we're calling 911 or 111. This is at the facility when an emergency has been brought to the A&E and care has to be administered. In this case, where you talk about the threat of loss of life, loss of limb, or loss of, what's the other one?
Organ function.
Organ function.
Yes.
So there is an emergency. It is quite visible to everybody who is there. But the reality of our times is that usually there is a demand for payment before care is administered. What's the procedure? How should it be?
So the Constitution of Kenya is very, very clear when it comes to emergency care. One, every Kenyan has a right to life, a right to dignity, and for that dignity to be protected. And when you're in an emergency situation, basically you are at risk. So the Constitution, I think it's in Article 43 or something, it says that you should not be denied emergency care. When an emergency happens, it is your right as a Kenyan to access emergency medical services. There should not be any question of pay a deposit upfront. And I think there's even a fine of up to 3 million for facilities that try to ask that, but I don't know if it's being implemented. So
it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
Really,
Long story short,
Yeah.
it's not being implemented. So that is, the law is very clear that you should be able to access emergency services, even under SHA, for up to 24 hours from the time of this injury or this threat to life occurs. You can go to any medical hospital in this country, and for up to